Yes.
Uh, Thank you very much, ma'am, for this brief introduction about me and for providing this opportunity. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would say happy Teachers' Day to everyone because we all are teachers and we are trying to change the nation now in 21st century. So, respected dignitaries, distinguished panelists, and esteemed participants, I will not again repeat those things which are already shared by Himleta ma'am. I will directly go to the theme. Uh, our today's theme that is focused on the UN Sustainable Development Goals, emphasizing on shaping not only academic excellence but also responsible citizens and sustainable societies. I would like to quote Dr. Radhakrishnan. He once said that teachers should be the best mind in the country. In the same line, the specific focus of today's panel discussion is vital role of teachers in shaping minds and building character. This is indeed timely because in today's rapidly changing world, teachers are expected to be role models, mentors, nurturers of values, and guides for ethical conduct. It is my honor to serve as the chairperson for this session. I would like to invite our first panelist, Dr. Harsha Merchant. She is PhD in education and ex-principal of the Beard College under SNDT Women's University. With a distinguished academic and administrative career, Dr. Merchant has been a torchbearer in preserving a holiness of educational values. Today, she will be speaking on role of teachers for preserving educational values. Over to you, Harsha ma'am.
Harsha is here or not?
Yeah,
Harsha?
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
one more thing I would like to
thank you.
highlight. I request all the experts to just take 7 to 8 minutes and within 7 to 8 minutes, try to complete their presentation. And thank you. Yeah, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. And I will really take 7 to 8 minutes only. No problem. Uh, Thankful to all the dignitaries and happy Teachers' Day to all of you. While preserving, I'm directly starting as I'm given only 7 minutes. I will finish and I will not grab others' time. Okay. We start our day with our prayer. सर्वे जन सुखिनो भवन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्. That is to say, okay, we recognize the universal. It goes beyond caste, religion, nationality, wishing well-being, health, peace, and happiness for all the living beings. That is to say, reflecting the spirit of Vasudeva Kutumbakam. That is, the whole universe is one family. Now, we just don't have to say this prayer by mouth. We have to, in reality, actually, application should be there. So, teachers are crucial for preserving and shape the educational values by serving as role models, directly instilling qualities like honesty, compassion, respect through their actions and words, and integrating these values into the curriculum via discussion and activities. By teaching students about national heritage, environmental responsibilities, and fostering discipline and respect for learning, respect for elders, teachers shape well-rounded citizens, prepared to contribute positively to the society, thereby to the nation, and thereby to the world. Now, for example, for example, suppose habit of we learn all these examples. Habit of eating sweets. One day a mother came and asked the teacher that my boy is very much eating jaggery or sweet every day. Kindly guide it. You come after 3 days, and then she told, "Okay, no, don't eat this. This can be taught on that day also." But she told no, because I was also very much habit of eating this thing, so I can't advise this thing. Once I will leave, and then I will. So this is the way we should try to please them. Another example is once A thief was given the life imprisonment and he was given fast sentence to that. He was told, "What is your last wish?" He told, "Call my mother." He slapped her. "If you have stopped me on the first day when I steal pencil, rubber, or pen in school, I would not have become the chore or a thief." This is the way कि we should be the guardian and we should mentor them in such a way that they will always imbibe the positive values. Sometimes in the home, parents, sometimes they say, "Okay, who has gone, who has come? Okay, tell them Papa is not here." So we are here responsible that we are indirectly, directly, we are instilling and we are preaching. Okay, no, don't tell lies. You should always speak truth. These all the example teachers कि how we should develop that values should be instilled in students so that they will never go like that. Like Ram Krishna, he has transformed Narendra into Vivekanand. No, and for that, I think you will say, okay, then what are the things nowadays? Craze for mobiles. I think parents also need some kind of training that they keep on mobile only every time and then asking uh, this uh, s- uh, children not to use mobile every day. But why are you giving them in such a way? Why you are not spending quality time with them? All these are that which are responsible. Why and how we can instill. That's why parents teachers meeting every time is necessary and discussion should go on. Kindly tell me if I am taking much more time then. Environmental awareness, cleanliness, not to spit in the public places. When we go to the foreign countries, we do tell, "Oh, what a nice countries, they are very neat and clean. Here we are dirty." But who makes it dirty? Every responsibility is for the government. No, our responsibility is nil. So suppose if we tell them okay, not to throwing garbage in the river at the public places, not to spit, then I think again this will come on in I don't know about other places, but in Mumbai when we pass the train, no, their river comes and people think if we throw that flowers into the river, but that flowers they kept in the plastic bag and that they are throwing into the river. So all this time this get pollution and we should avoid that, train them, and they will really, youngsters are very much adaptive and they will go on like anything and they will come out with bright color. So a crucial role for teachers is to educate students about environmental problems like air, land, water, food, soil pollution, and the importance of protecting national heritage and environment for the collective well-being of the nation. We have about the same becoming. We know some become industrialists, some become scientists, some become leaders, and it may happen that we do not meet them in our lifetime, but all of them always have some teachers who made them. So no one gets this title without teachers. So we are given the titles of guru who remove darkness from the life of the students and lead them towards the light. That is to say, Tamshroma Jyotirgamaya. How much time is there, sir?
You can take 1 more minute.
Okay. So like that, I will conclude that Sarva Jana Sukhino Bhavantu is the moral spiritual foundation for the universal happiness. And our prime minister, he is insisting local for vocal and this one swadeshi, and if we instill such thing with our input that we will always use swadeshi, we will not use boycott foreign goods, and then it can be, I think, with the help of yoga, spiritual learnings, we can definitely mold them, transform them into the well being of the teachers so that India will become the Vishwa Guru. I do not, with the student youngsters, we are having this hope. thank you for giving me this opportunity. I think I'm completing this in
Yeah,
time.
thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
I also know that you are in hurry. You also are attending some of important meetings. So I just have one question. As you try to say that as teachers, we need to take care of so many things, and we need to play a role model. Now, in the present situation, if we see every time we are taking care and we say that this is our value system. Now, in the era of technology where this AI is into the picture, how can you please give us 1 or 2 points? How can we make balance between these two things? One is our traditional, and other one is in today's context when we talk about this AI based value system. I need just 2 points from your side, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Very good question. Thank you for questioning. I think AI is the need of an hour. Yes, technology we need. We really need. But there are two types, whether we can use in a positive way or negative way. So we have to direct them. Okay, you see mobile. We are using mobile this for very good purpose. But if in the social media, if they go to the wrong path, what is our duty? Okay, we should not allow, okay, that dust should be there in their mind. Let that dust to be removed and they will come out in the bright color like diamond. So suppose if what is our main work is explain them, let them come to know what are the consequences. Once they will come to know, then they will not go in that way. For example, food habit. Now junk food, how many mothers are talking about, but are they giving very nutritious food? And even though if they are giving, because of advertisement and all these things, digitally they are connected and they told we do not have that time. But you have to explain that what are the consequences, and health is the wealth. And at that time, if explained in a good way, better way, giving time, listening to them, this all will remove what you are telling. I think negative side will disappear and we will come out with bright colors.
Thank you, ma'am. We get 2 points. One is we need to practice it and see what is important in terms of positive aspects, and second, consciously we have to give a thought to it.
And allow them to explain them, and you also do make 1 or 2 hours for yoga practice and how to go about the spiritual life. Don't talk about any religion, all religion are good, but we have to talk about spirituality and yoga, and that will really transform them,
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
think so.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. I have to leave today, so I'm not able. Then I think I will go on with YouTube and listen to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
now I invite our second expert, Dr. Wasim, PhD in TEFL, who has held key leadership position including head of English department and head of translation in Arabic National University, Jordan. Currently, he directs a translation center, and he will he will enlighten us on role of teachers in nurturing students and shaping their futures. Again, one more thing I would like to say. It's my pleasure, sir. So many time I'm able to hear you and listen to you in on this platform, and it's my pleasure to give an introduction about you. I welcome you, sir.
Thank
And you
you.
have 7 to 8 minutes
Thank
for
you.
your presentation, sir. It's
Yes,
up
yes,
to you, sir.
sure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Rishi. And thanks to all the people who are attending with us here in this evening. My presentation title is Role of Teachers for Nurturing Students and Shaping Their Future. Before I start my presentation, I say nowadays, at the beginning of schools, when school starts, we find that the children who enter the school for the first time, the KG1, KG2, when they return back home from the school, they immediately they start playing the role of their teachers at school, especially KG first and second elementary classes. So if the child who enters the school for the first time return back, he asks if he has brothers and sisters younger than him. Immediately he asks him to come and sit on small seats and chairs, and he starts playing the role of a teacher. And God, of course, helps the mother who will clean the door, because immediately that child has the marker or a pen and starts writing on the door and playing the role of the teacher. He impersonate the teacher's role. So when we say that the teachers are models in the classroom, yes, they are models, and their students imitate them in everything. So this is for the children. And what about the adults and the grown up? Once, just few years ago, in one of the conferences, I attended that conference, and when my turn came to present my paper, I asked the chairman. I said to him, "Sir, this session is a blessed session because it includes three generations in education. The one who's sitting on my left side is my teacher, and I am his student, and those students who are sitting here are I am their teacher. So the students, their teacher, and their teacher of their teacher." And he immediately said, "Oh, okay, let me say something. You said that these are your students, you are my student, and the one who is sitting beside me is also his teacher." So 4 generations at that time. This is the same thing is repeated today. Now I'm speaking here, presenting my paper. My students are attending here online now, and of course with the presence of my respected teacher, Dr. Himlata. So the 3 generations are attending. This proves that education is a message, not a profession. It is a message more than a profession. So when the teacher finishes his class or his job, he goes back home and the students are in his mind, thinking of him, of their taking care of them, of their future, how to develop them, how to give them something new. And but when the person who is doing a profession, when he leaves his work, he leaves everything there in the office and do return back just free, without doing anything, without taking care of them. Now, here comes the role of the teacher in nurturing the students and shaping their future. Now, teachers are not only providers of knowledge, they are guides. They are the guides of our lives and creators of the future. Until now, I retired, but in many educational and important things, I refer to my teacher. I ask advice from her. Dr. Himlata, please, I want so and so. They say, go do this and do not that. She's my reference, and I'm proud of that. See, this is when I say that teaching is a message more than a profession. Now, teachers shape the next generation because always they are developing themselves, finding something new, use new technology, new improvements for the process of education. So because of that, we say that teachers remain the director of the generation. Now, good teachers never let their talented students be held back from reaching their full potential. Immediately, they encourage them to do that. Teachers are the source of inspiration of society. They inspire children to adapt the positive attitude. Whenever they say, this is good, do this, do not do that. So teachers not only shape the lives of children, but also provide a strong foundation of society. Whenever we say that the teacher immediately finds the students are following him. At the heart of every great civilization lies the institution of education, and at the core of this institution stands the teacher. It's the center. Okay, one of the most founded aspects of the teacher's role in is their ability to recognize and nurture the unique talent of and potential of each student. Teachers know their students. And wherever they see that one or student is talented, he has some genius, immediately they support him to achieve his goals. So teachers offer listening to ear, always they listen to their students, and always are ready to give help to the students. Okay, so a motivated teacher is very important in the classroom. Always he motivate the students, make fun with this one, encourage this one, they may give support to this one. Always he's the generator in the classroom. From the effective say, some effective ways of
So
motivating the
just one
students,
more minute.
encourage. Now is it finished now?
You
Is
can
that
take one more
over?
minute, sir. You can take one more
One
minute.
more minute. Okay, one more minute. Yeah. So we have to encourage the students, make learning fun, draw connection to real life, set performance goals, and change the scenery or bring something new until we reach the conclusion. We say that in the conclusion, no. We say that the role of teachers in students' life is integrated to their growth, development, and success. Teachers are not only just educators; they are mentors, motivators, and guide influence of the aspect of the student journey. And now, thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you, sir. I will remember that a teacher is a message. So in education, we have seen that what you are emphasizing, that education is a message. I would say teacher is a message to all the students. So I invite the next panelist, third panelist, Dr. Prachi. So I think she's present in the meet
Yes, I'm
now.
here.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, thank you. So she is associate professor in nutrition and dietitics, Chandigarh University, a nutritionist, researcher, and philanthropist. She has over 15 years of experience in shaping young minds while advancing health and human values. She will share insights on mentor-mentee relationship and importance of human values for students. Ma'am, you have 7 to 8 minutes. So try to finish within 7 minutes so that
Sure,
1 minute I can conclude and invite the other
sure,
person. Yeah, over to
definitely.
you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making like giving me this opportunity today. It's a pleasure, and I'm thankful to Dr. Wasef, who has already set the path for me, mentioning about a mentor. So I would like to start with a small story. When a man was walking on a road, and he asked, while just walking randomly, there was a temple, and one Sant Guruji was sitting around. He asked him that what is the distance for the nearest village from here. The Guru did not reply. So this man was very furious that I'm so polite, I'm so honestly asking, but he's not answering. So then he started walking on the road. Eventually, he understood that this man, the Guru or Sant, he was following this man. So again, he was very angry that when I asked the question, he did not answer, and now he is following me. After around 1 hour, this man was very angry. He turned around and asked the Guru that, Guruji, when I asked you that what is the distance to the nearest village, you actually did not reply, and now you are following me. What is the reason? I'm not very happy that you are following like this. So this Guruji said that, beta, this from here, you will take more half an hour more to reach the village. And I could not tell you at that time because I did not know the speed with which you were walking. So till the time, so here I can start with saying that a mentor till the time does not know that the what is the capability of a student, the mentor will not be able to actually guide the student. Who is a mentor? A mentor would be when mentorship, as Dr. Vasif rightly said, it's not only about teaching or educating. It's actually igniting the curiosity, building resilience, and guide students in the life choices they want to make. And mentor-mentee relationship is based on trust and empathy. Now, everybody knows what is the difference between sympathy and empathy. We have to be very careful. We have to be empathized towards the students. And when we are a good mentor, when we can understand, we give we give scope or space to the child, not only to ask questions where we are just giving answers to them, ready-made answers, but the questions which will actually help the student to discover the own strength and purpose. That is very important. So I will like to quote one quotation, or I would like to quote this thing from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. This was written in What Can I Give? Life Lessons by my teacher, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, written by his student, Mr. Sirjan Pal Singh. He said that Dr. Kalam used to say that difficulty cannot be handled by being scared of how high the peak is. It can be tackled by drawing a path to the peak, and when you toil in the process of scaling that height, that is the time when you learn and you grow. So that is how a mentor can guide the academic process as well as the life processes or changes for any student. And believe me, it is not a one-way street, because mentors, while providing wisdom and perspective, mentee always brings a fresh energy, new skills, and innovative ideas to the mentorship, to the mentor. So there is a exchange, there's a mutual growth and flourishment that occurs. And when we talk about the human values like integrity, respect, empathy, responsibility, so it's beyond just academic things that we learn. Only academic education, no. When you talk about human values, you talk about wisdom, and these can help ensure that success is not achieved at the cost of ethics, especially in today's fast changing world, when technology, as you said, is and globalization. So they are rewriting the rules, but the values are the anchors which keep us humane. So, according to me, I see mentorship and values are very deeply connected. A mentor's role is not only to transfer knowledge, but also to embody values. And student may forget equations and definitions at some time, but they never forget how a mentor treated them. I'll wind up quickly with another example or another small story from the same book of Dr. Kalam, where I think most of you must be aware about the Arjuna tree, which is there in the Kalam's garden. So the Arjuna tree was very, very beloved and very inspiring for Dr. Kalam. And Kalam used to say that this fellow, he would address the tree as, this fellow lives to give. So one day, Sirjan Pal, that is the student of Dr. Kalam, while walking in the garden, asked Dr. Kalam, "Why do you admire this tree so much? It gives you oxygen, that's it." So Dr. Kalam said, "Okay, you tell me that what all this tree is giving beyond supporting the oxygen. What all is this tree giving?" So Sirjan Pal actually counted some 11 rings of some runner plants and 12 nests, the bird nest in the tree. And that was the time when Kalam said, "You miss the largest nest, because we often look up at the solutions, forgetting to look down near the roots." Kalam pointed out that at the base of the tree there was a largest nest of a peacock, a hidden nest of a peacock. So it mentions the tree, the Kalam's this experience of life mentions that it's a stunning reminder actually that when we tend to look for greatness, forgetting the unseen gifts at the ground level. So that is the essence of true mentorship. Not only guiding to heights, but recognizing the ground beneath our feet. And so, as a true mentor, we should be able to inculcate good values among our students. May it be the changing times when it is the IT is taking up the artificial intelligence and all, but still the wisdom can be provided by the mentor itself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Prachi, to provide this breadth and depth about this mentor relationship. One more thing, you are able to identify that now we need to just not look at the up, but we need to look at the ground also, so that we get the reality. One more thing you have highlighted, that in the process, when we try to look at mentor-mentee, it is a process where teacher has to give so many things to the mentor. So once the trust is developed, then only this relationship will build, otherwise it is not possible. So you really identify a very good point about mentor-mentor relationship, and you said this is how they are related to each other. Thank you, Dr. Prachi. Now I would like to
Thank you so
invite,
much.
yeah, now I would like to invite Dr. Reena Uniyal Tiwari. and she is our fourth expert. And she is associate professor in teacher education at DAV PG College, Dehradun, with 28 years of teaching and experience. Her expertise expand educational psychology, leadership, pedagogy of science, and gender studies. She will speak on inspiring generation, how teacher foster creativity, critical thinking, and confidence in students. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. A very warm namaskar to all the dignitaries present, and I'm honored to be sharing my views on the very pertinent topic where we say that teachers can inspire generations, and especially how they can foster creativity, critical thinking, and confidence in students. When I saw the different topic, this was one which I thought I'll speak on. I'll start with a quote in which they say that education is simply the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to another. So, the role of education and the role of teacher itself speaks a lot. It is very, very important. And teachers can inspire generation by selflessly dedicating oneself to the betterment of others. They can start with one lesson, one class, one student at a time. Teachers can be the catalyst of transformation, and especially in the present era as well as in the future times where AI is going to be the center stage. The ability to think creatively, reason critically, and act with confidence, it has become more vital than ever. So the need of thinking critically as well as creativity is going to be very, very important. All three, creativity, critical thinking, and confidence, they are deeply interconnected. As we see, creativity requires the confidence to take risk, while critical thinking ensures that creative ideas are grounded in logic and feasibility. Confidence grows when students engage in creative exploration and succeed in critical problem solving. So all three are very much interrelated, and teachers inspire generation by cultivating minds that can question, create, and believe in themselves. It is very, very important. We have seen in many generation of students where questioning has taken a setback. Students were not inspired or motivated or allowed enough to speak questions. So whatever they thought they want to know more, or they want to challenge, the questioning part was missing in few generations we see. And especially when creativity is fostered among students, it empowers the students to imagine new possibilities. That is very essential. And by nurturing critical thinking, they prepare learners to navigate complexity with wisdom, and by building confidence, they shape individuals who embrace challenges with resilience. So, all three are very important. Teachers can foster creativity, critical thinking, and confidence. They can start with cultivating a very supportive environment which encourages risk taking and a growth mindset. Both are essential. Students can be provided opportunities for open-ended tasks, like we talk about project-based learning and exploration, and the various pedagogical methods which can be utilized, inquiry-based, collaborative learning, where skill development and diverse perspectives can be developed. So when we are talking about the three, teachers need to be the nurturers of creativity. And creativity is not only limited to arts. Creativity extends to problem solving, innovation, and adaptability across various disciplines. Teachers can foster creativity by designing the classrooms that allow exploration. The more and more the students are going to explore, the more creative they will become. Students should be allowed to encourage divergent thinking, and their originality need to be rewarded. I remember once a teacher gave an essay on my most annoying neighbor, and she expected most of the students to write about the most annoying neighbor in the same way. How can every individual student can have the same annoying neighbor? So in such cases, we just stop the creativity. As teachers, we need to be the nurturers of creativity, and for this the pedagogical approaches can be open-ended assignments, cross-disciplinary integration, And risk taking should be encouraged in the classrooms, as well as phenomena based learning, where students investigate the real world problems to find solutions. As cultivators of critical thinking, students should be allowed to analyze information, challenge assumptions, and form reasoned conclusion. They should be able to give reasons for reaching a particular kind of conclusion. And for this, the strategy can be inquiry based learning, where students can pose questions, investigate their answers through research as well as experiments. Students should be allowed to debate, dialogue, discussion, reasoning, perspective taking, and evidence based argumentation. Most of the time we say that argumentation is not the right kind of discussion or the teaching strategy, but I personally, as an individual teacher or a teacher educator, think that students should be allowed to present their views, their thoughts, their thought process, and the perspectives, which is very, very important. Along with it, case study analysis, applying the theory to real life situations. It also sharpens the analytical skills of children. And Socratic questioning, where we say that dig deeper into the assumption, consequences, and alternatives. All by allowing all these in the classroom, teachers can be cultivators of critical thinking. And the last one, that is the builders of confidence. If we need that the students have confidence enough, so confidence is the foundation of self-efficacy, where the students start believing in themselves. And when the students are confident enough, then they will be willing to participate in discussion, make intellectual decisions, as well as risk taking. For this, teachers can influence the students' confidence by one, shaping the classroom culture, and the other one by offering constructive feedback. And for this, the methods can be positive reinforcement, because positive reinforcement
Ma'am,
gives
you
a
have
sense of accomplishment. Yeah,
just one
last,
minute.
I'll conclude. And the safe learning environment, where even mistakes are accepted as part of learning process. Personalized encouragement, students value their unique contribution. And I will end by saying that there are many challenges like standardized testing, pressure, limited resources, training, large class size. But the way forward can be systemic reforms, continuous professional development, and supportive classroom culture, for which there are many policies, where shift is from knowledge transmission to skill cultivation. I won't go into detail, but UNESCO's Education 2030 Agenda, NEP 2020, and OECD's Learning Compass 2030, where for future readiness, it is essential to have student agency, creativity, resilience. So teachers can make their own contribution in shaping the children's future and in many, many future generations. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Very rightly, you identified that teacher dedication is very important nowadays, and to nurture this uh, critical thinking and this foster creativity. Teacher's role is to nurture creativity. If teacher is able to develop this creativity into the students, then definitely the confidence of student will increase. With this, I will go to the next speaker, Dr. Neelu. Thank you, ma'am. Our next panelist is Dr. Neelu, and principal of DD Choksi College of Secondary Education, Palanpur. With nearly 3 decades of experience in teacher education, she has received several accolades for her academic leadership. Today, she will be presenting on digital literacy, the new ABC of education. Over to you, Neelu, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, one and all eminent educationists here. On the special occasion of Teachers' Day, I am privileged to share my thoughts as a panelist on the topic of reshaping India today, that is digital literacy, the new ABC of education. I thought of giving my thoughts on this topic as the topic of today's theme was a role of teachers in 21st century, and everybody was talking about Mentor-Mentee, and Dr. Prachi, Dr. Reena, Dr. Wasef, and Dr. Harsh has given their wonderful views. And so we cannot avoid digital literacy in this 21st era. So I thought of giving my own views on this. So let me begin with the simple question. What was the very first thing you learned when you entered the school? Guess for the most, the very simple answer we get the alphabets ABC. The ABC was not just about the letters, it was a gateway of knowledge, the foundation on which reading, writing, and eventually the higher education was built. Now imagine a child today. He or she may know how to read and write, but if the child cannot open the digital door of the classroom, search for the information online, or simply connect to the internet, they will ultimately be at disadvantage. In other words, in the 21st century, the digital literacy has become the new ABC. Why digital literacy in the is the new ABC? When we say digital literacy, what does it mean? It is not only knowing how to switch on the computer. It is the ability to use digital tools, think critically about the digital content, and engage responsibly in a digital environment. So, next question arises, why do we call it a new ABC? Let us see. We should know the access to knowledge. Just as learning alphabets once opened the doors to books, digital literacy now opens the doors to the world's largest library. Can you guess? Yes, that is the internet. This has become the largest library. For example, earlier the children used to prepare for their exams, relied only on the textbooks. But today, they can access online lectures, tutorials, and practice tests if they are digitally literate. Similarly, nowadays the employers generally accept digital competence just as naturally they expect reading and writing. Filling online forms, using Excel sheets, attending virtual meetings, these are the new basics which employers expect from us. When it is for paying bills, booking a ticket, or online medicines, digital skills are needed for day-to-day survival as well. Technology we see evolves over the years. So those who are digitally literate can keep learning, adapting, and growing. These are those who are not at risk will be left behind. So now we should know that digital literacy is a wide umbrella. And if we break it into components, then we can see the assistance. It is just not operating a device, but you must know the word processor and browsing the internet. Similarly, we were talking about AI and all. So we must know how to distinguish reliable sources from where fake news is coming. For example, during COVID-19, millions of misleading posts were there. And if we are not digitally literate, we can go for false believing and we can believe the fake news as well. Similarly, writing professional mails, Google Docs, behaving ethically on social media, these are the basic components which an Indian citizen or Indian teacher must know how to use so that they can advise or guide their mentors, a mentee as well. Protecting password, identifying fishy attempts, being aware what goes online will always stay online, using digital tools to design posters, making videos, analyzing data, and develop situations. These are one of the very creative and problem-solving part of a digital literate people. So if the old ABC taught us how to make words and sentences, the new ABC digital literacy teaches us how to create meaning and solutions in this digital world. Is this not an interesting? But we can see half glass filled as well as half glass empty. There are many challenges in this digital literacy as well. In Indian conditions, we can often see that urban children can access smartphones and Wi-Fi, but rurals cannot. This creates inequality. Many schools have lack of computer labs and internet facility. A teacher who is not confident with digital tools cannot guide students effectively. Similarly, cyberbullying, addiction to screens, exposure to harmful contents, and spreading misinformation and real problems are the real challenges in this digital literacy. So, just as traditional literacy campaigns fought for illiteracy, today we must fight for digital illiteracy, and we can move ahead and forward. Like early integration, digital skills must be introduced at primary level. Teachers must be given training not only in technology use but in guiding students to use critically and responsibly. This is one of the most important point, and we can even suggest governments, NGOs, and private companies to work and bridge for the digital divide, providing affordable services. Along with the skills, we must need to have teach values, responsibility, ethics, and safety online. Students must see technology as a tool to learn, not just a tool to entertain. We have seen so many social medias where students are using only for their own entertainment. So finally, I was just remembering one quote of Alvin Toffler. The illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. In fact, UNESCO described digital literacy as a key enabler of lifelong learning in the knowledge society. I was remembering the words of Mahatma Gandhi, the future depends on what you do today. If we invest on digital literacy today, we are preparing responsible digital citizens of tomorrow. In today's age, the alphabet alone is not enough. Just ABC once marked the beginning of the education. Digital literacy now make the beginning of the empowerment. It is truly the new ABC of education is a passport of knowledge, opportunity, and the progress. Thank you. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. You rightly identify that this digital literacy is the need of the day. And I also feel that there are many participants who would like to ask many questions to you because this is what we're expecting. And
Yes,
before
yes.
we get into that, as chairperson, I would like to emphasize on my topic, that is ethical conduct and the impact of mentorship. Now, before I get into my content part, uh, I would say there are many things which are already covered. I will not get into it, but I will emphasize on few things which are not covered in the discussion part. So when we try to see this ethical conduct and the impact of mentorship, we need to really first understand what is mentorship and why we are looking for this mentorship, and what would be the learning outcome or the ultimate aim of this mentorship. We want to improve students' knowledge. This is one, and in the process, our knowledge is also improved. We are trying to emphasize on the value system, and if it is improved, then we can say that yes, we are trying to provide the mentoring to our students. Along with that, we are trying to accelerate this process of skill building among teachers. Once this skill development is built in the teachers, same thing can be imparted to the students. So as a teacher, I feel that those who are very good in terms of skills, those who are very good in terms of values, though every teacher is very good, then also I'm expecting those who are really mentors. We need those mentors so that they can give emphasis, they can train other teachers and other persons. Third thing, I feel that there is a need to enhance classroom practices and student learning. What I have seen that many a time we become teachers, and when it's come to classroom teaching, we are practicing those things which are very old. Now it is, if it is required, you can practice it, but you need to emphasize on those things which are important in present era. And another thing that you should emphasize is on students learning, how students are learning, how they are learning the content part, what is the process that we are adopting. If we are able to emphasize that, then definitely we are able to achieve the monitoring, we can say the outcome. Then we need to have very good strong community of practice in education. Now I have seen that we are doing so many things in the classroom, but when it's come to making a good community of teachers, we are not so engaged in so many things. So there is a need to have very good community. For example, we can become the part of this national mission for monitoring, where we get access to all the teachers of our country, and as an expert we can provide our expertise, we can provide our we can say some kind of suggestions, or on a different platform we can share our expertise to the students. So we need to have this direct connection with students. This is what we can emphasize. So we need to join different communities, and whatever we are practicing at our place, if we find it is very good, we need to impart the same thing. What we are talking about is not new. For example, in monitoring, you give many examples. So if we see our Indian traditional from from Krishna, he tried to monitor Arjuna in Mahabharata. We have seen that, and he is a very good mentor. At every stage, he tried to give guidance. He tried to introduce Arjuna with different names, because those things are contextual. He tried to teach him a lesson. He tried to teach him what is required in the context, and therefore he tried to mentor Arjuna. Similarly, if we try to see our education system, we usually say Guru Sishya Parampara. So what is this Guru Sishya Parampara? Where Guru is playing a role of mentor. He is not teaching anything. He is the mentor. He tried to take care of everything. Same thing if we see Chanakya. He tried to mentor Chandragupta Maurya, and therefore he able to achieve the target. Same way, in Greek also, this particular mentoring is also seen in Greek, where Alexander tried to teach. Similarly, everywhere we find that as a teacher, we are trying to mentor our students. So it is important. So it is not new, but we need to practice it. We need to understand why it is important. Now, many a time, why we are not involved? We feel that it benefits the mentee and we are not going to get any benefit. No, in the process, we come to know our strength. In the process, we come to know what we need to impart. Because as a mentor, you have strength, you know so many things. But when you start mentoring, you also come to know that, yes, where the mentee is lacking. So it's a process of mutual understanding where we both get the benefits, not one, only the mentee will get the benefit. Another thing, we can monitor in both the ways, either in online. Similarly, we are on this online platform where we are discussing and we are trying to listening others. So offline and online. So it is not that we don't have the time or we cannot mentor our mentees in online mode. Yes, we can provide our service either in online mode and in offline mode. Another thing that I would like to highlight is sometimes we feel this is very rigid kind of process. No, mentoring is a very flexible kind of thing. And at the end, we are trying to achieve some specific goals. So we should emphasize on it. Another thing that I would like to highlight is we need to make it a practice. It is not just we say something somewhere and we forget. No, we need to make a practice that on daily basis, where whenever we get some time, we try to practice good things. In simple terms, in our daily life, we can say good morning to students whenever we identify. If students are facing some difficulty, you can identify students. You can tell them, okay, if you have any difficulty, you can come to me. All those things we are trying to do, but not on regular basis. Now I am expecting that we need to do all those things on regular basis. This is our ethical responsibility. And when we are busy, I have seen many times we forget to tell our students that, yes, if you are facing any difficulty, please come to me. And same thing as a mentor, we are also expecting our teachers to do the same thing so that we can grow. So in ethical mentoring, I think this is what is more important. And now there are many challenges to it. If we are able to take care of these challenges, I think that, yes, we are able to take care of ethical conduct. One is, we have seen that we are providing the services. Again, we are also the part of many things. But when it's come to professional development, opportunities are very less. For example, in this platform, we have seen there are many people. So when I start attending, I come to know that yes, I'm learning so many things from the expert. Same thing, these opportunities are very less. We need to explore more opportunities. Then we need to identify the novel issues where we can address. Another thing, we need to identify a balancing between this professional development with other responsibilities. Sometimes we are so busy with this profession that we forget our social responsibility. And we say we are always busy, we need to do things in academic. No, when I'm saying this mentoring, I'm also focusing on holistic development. If we are holistic develop in all the different areas, whether it is mental, physical, cognitive and all, that means we are true mentor. We are able to take care of everything. And this is where this holistic education come into the picture. With this, I would say that we need to emphasize more on empathy and sensitivity. We need to be sensitive towards our mentee. We need to, already it is highlighted by Reena ma'am that this feedback is very important. We should give fair feedback. So I will not discuss those things. Again, if students are facing any issue, if they are saying that teachers are not transparent, we need to resolve their issues so that they can develop this trust. Then only this mentorship will help. Otherwise, we will say that we are trying to provide the students, but they are facing many difficulties. Another thing, we need to be there with students in different situations. Many a time we are trying to avoid those situations which are very difficult. So we need to be with the students so that we are helping the students in their journey. Another thing, professionalism and work ethics, trust and confidence, already discussed by many. And one more thing, as a mentor, I feel that we need to discuss different rules with our mentees. We can tell them, okay, I would help you out if you do these two things. For example, if students are weak, you can tell, okay, if you read this particular story and come to you, definitely I will help you in solving these two problems. So we, as a teacher, we need to develop those platforms where students start believing, trusting on the mentors. If we are able to do that, then definitely we are able to take care of this ethical conduct in monitoring. With this word, I would stop my session. Thank you, everyone. And now I invite the other participant to, if they have any question, they can ask to the experts.